Hello, everyone. This is your future self, Grove Cleveland, with a message for your past self. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also, don't forget to pick up your dry cleaning.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Good evening, everybody. It's Ryan O'Connor here with Ink the Book Show, where I'm finishing up page 129. I think I'll do that and I'll start the next page, but I don't think I'm going to finish that one. It's so late in the day. My schedule's jacked up for a while because life is fun. Life is fun. Life's good. Don't catch me complaining. My buddy just sent me this. He sent me a text telling me about how his sister just got her hands on all this stuff from the 90s. Where is it? There's like these scratch and sniff stickers with like pictures of orange and apple characters on them and stuff, or watermelon, and there's Pop Rocks, candy sticks with Tom and Jerry on them. Look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that? You can't see that. There's Tom and Jerry. You can kind of see it. Rip off. Okay, well, there's slap bracelets. There's like a two-tone Super Ball in there. I see an Old Spice, not Old Spice, Spice Girls album cover. I think it's just a print or something, and a bunch of cartoon characters. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. He just sent me that, but he was excited to tell me about that because he knows what a big fan of 90s stuff I am. I saw some kind of box with the Ninja Turtles on it, but he didn't show me what that one was. Got some tea here. Now we've got some light. Okay, I like this panel that we left off on yesterday. I was asking that guy where his sister got that stuff. Something else in there that I thought was really cool. There was that, like, you know, that color changing pen where it had 5 different colors. You would just push in the different pen, and it was like that thick around. That was something I always wanted but never owned. I would just see it at people's houses sometimes. Later on in life, I had an opportunity to buy one a couple times, and I didn't opt for it because suddenly it didn't seem that cool to me. But I was always fascinated with them when I was a kid. Hmm. Okay. This is just some crumbling part of the kingdom where Billy is from on planet Montana. I don't want to give away the dialogue, even though I do want to give away the dialogue. Because I talk about what the content of the page is a little too much, I think. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not overly concerned with spoilers, but if I'm going to do every page on YouTube, it's probably better if I leave a little something to the imagination. Just leave it a little obscure. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. What did I do today? Well, I did sleep a lot because my schedule's messed up. So I stayed up all night. And I finished this drawing that I was working on. I colored that. This is Cave, Sweet Cave. Look how happy he is. I called it Great Big World. This is a toilet. See, that's how you can tell my that's how you can tell my humor was born in the 90s. I've got an alien over here that has butt on his shirt. Well, it's Butte. And I'm drawing a toilet. Yeah. This guy's probably belching, right? Oh, but this is a special toilet. Here's how you know it's a toilet in outer space. It's got this gnarly futuristic lever here, handle. And then it's got this antenna sticking out of the top of it. Just in case you forgot you were in space. Okay. Ooh. So I posted that bear picture to Instagram, Twitter, where you can find me at Wrangleshank, just like this channel. But the link is in the description, like the good president said at the top of the show. I don't know. I try to do daily drawings. Sometimes I fall a couple days behind. Lately. I used to be a lot better about it, but I still post very regularly, at least. Part of the thing is sometimes doing this show, it takes a lot to gear myself up to just get on here. And then this show, because I'm not like a natural performer, if you couldn't tell. So I kind of like draw out starting a show sometimes. And then what else? The show itself usually takes about 2 hours at least. I'm doing this on YouTube. And between that, day job, going to the bathroom, eating, sleeping. Sometimes I don't have time for everything I want to do. I do church every day. It gets hard to squeeze everything in. That's all. Wonk, 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 wonk. Okay. I still didn't look into that sensitivity on the autofocus. I'll never remember. I'm so forgetful. What if I auto focus? I just wrote a note for myself. How about that? Maybe. I did write it on a piece of paper that's underneath 3 other pieces of paper, so we'll see how helpful that was. I gotta do my taxes soon, folks. Maybe I'll do that at one of these. Pardon me. I say they're long days that I have ahead of me, but they're not really. I'd explain, but then I'd have to kill you. But I was going to kill you anyway. So, what's going on in this crazy world? I don't know. Is there still war afoot? I don't know. I've been hearing that the conflict is wrapping up, but then I don't know if that was true, and then I haven't heard anything in like days. So I don't know. I kind of stand apart from news generally in my life. I don't live it so much. That's kind of like the last 2 years was kind of hard for anybody to live that way. But even with all the information being shoved down everybody's throats, or misinformation, you don't even know. It was like, I just kind of roll my eyes. All these people just telling me what to do, telling me what to be afraid of, telling me. It's like, calm down. Especially after 2 years. Calm down a little bit. Just calm down. Though people are calming down, so. Just wish they would have done that like a year and a half ago. I know how concerning some stuff was a year and a half ago, but all I could see was things ain't so bad. I can be brave through this. Times could get much worse than this, is what I was telling myself. If everyone's going to be hysterical, I'm going to be brave and comfort them. That's what I was trying to do in 2020. Hysteria does not serve anybody. Bump up his body. How does that sound? Kind of sounds like I was raised in the 90s again. Okay. There's our boy. don't know how to get as autofocusy as this is. I don't know how to get it to focus. Ah. Some kind of futuristic light posts or something. I don't know what you would call these. It's the kind of thing you just see in like scientist laboratories and I feel like there's a word for it, but it's not crossing my crippled mind at the moment. Let's see, I don't want this to cross the top of his head. Either that or I want it to be crossed down here. I just don't want it to cross that point, you know? And I do a tangent right there. So, I haven't been drinking soda or beer for Lent because I'm Catholic. So until Easter, I'm not drinking soda or beer. And what else am I doing? No fast food. which is cool. I'm losing some weight. It's not why I'm doing it, though. Well, it's because I love eating Mexican food. I love like getting a double bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's or something, or fried chicken. And I love beer. But we're showing some discipline. Small gesture of discipline. Sometimes I can be very disciplined. Other times I'm not very good at holding on to discipline. So I like to set exercises for myself. I like Lent. I've always liked Lent. Because it gives me an opportunity to practice some discipline. You know what I should do one of these years? Start going to bed early and waking up early. That would be good for me. And committing to it. Of course, I don't need Lent to start practicing good discipline. I don't need New Year's resolutions to start practicing good discipline. I can just do that whenever. It's free to practice good behaviors, right? You can do that whenever you want. Everyone gets to do that for free. Isn't that lovely? You can read a book a day. No, I don't know if you can read a book a day, but if I tried to read a book a day, I just simply could not. I can barely get a chapter in a day of a book lately. But maybe I should do that. Get a chapter in every day. Read some Bible every day. I do listen to a show right now called Bible Every Morning with this guy Michael on This Way Network on YouTube. He listens to 4 chapters of the Bible. And then he kind of talks about it a little bit. And then every Saturday I go down to my church and I just reflect and pray, and then I read the Bible for an hour. But I don't read, like, I finished the Screw Tape letters, but in the back of the book there's also Screw Tape Proposes a Toast, which is a short little second, it's a little essay kind of follow-up to the screw tape letters that they put in the back of the book by C.S. Lewis. And I started that, but I haven't finished Screw Tape Proposes a Toast, which isn't that long. There's no good reason. And then I also had like a Rob Paulson book that I've been trying to get around to reading. I started a John Swartzwelder book. John Swartzwelder being one of the greatest writers of The Simpsons ever. He's got his book series mostly about this detective Frank Burley, and I think he took a couple years off. He was putting out one a year for the longest time, but then he took a couple years off, and I wondered if he was done, but it looked like he's gotten to doing them again. So I think one of the most recent ones might not have had Frank Burley in it. He's this buffoon detective, and the writing is so funny. I read Frank Burley in my head as the guy who plays Mike Ehrmantraut on Breaking Bad. What's his name? Jonathan Banks. I read Frank Burley with that voice, but it's so funny. It's just like simple, dumb humor, and it's just like laid out all over the page, and it's so good. This first one I'm reading, I have a couple of them. No, actually, I think I just have. No, I do have a couple. But the first one is called "The Time Machine Did It," and it's like this mystery about time travel or something. But it's like this dummy Frank Burley's on the case, and it's just goofy humor. But before I bought any of them, I read the previews of the books on Amazon. I read the previews of every one available at the time, and I was just hysterical. It is so funny. It's like Simpsons funny. It doesn't quite sound like the Simpsons, but it is funny like the Simpsons. Like, just kind of esoteric. It kind of just like you gotta be ready for the goofy weirdness of it. Funny. There was an episode of this YouTube show where I read a chunk of chapter 1 on here of The Time Machine Did It. It's so funny. You gotta check it out. Do yourself a favor and laugh today by reading at least the free previews on Amazon of The Time Machine Did It and all of John Swartzwelder's books. You will thank me. I know there's one part where he's talking about how he's getting the crud beat out of him by some guy. And he's like, so he's punching me in the stomach, right? But I don't want to let on that he's got the best of me. So I'm giving him a thumbs up and winking at him. Or something like that. While he's being punched in the stomach. These patchy bricks that I've been doing in the Montana architecture, it's kind of inspired by Billy and Mandy. There's this background style. I think they kind of stopped it later on in the show for some reason, but maybe they had different background artists or something. I don't know, but I always loved it where the background paintings for Billy and Mandy, there were these like square overlapping like squares of darker color or lighter color. Let me see if I can pull up a background. Oh, guys, it's beautiful. It was beautiful today. It was 70 degrees. Let's see. Billy and Mandy background. Let's see if I can find one. That's a good example of that. See, like, dang it. This is from the big, what is it? Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween. See how in the sky there's all those squares, overlapping squares of color? Even in the trail here. I always liked that. I used to do, when I was a teenager, I had done a few paintings where I tried to incorporate something like that. In fact, I have a giant pencil in my house that I made in high school out of paper mache, and when I painted it all patchy like that, like I did a bunch of like squares of darker color. Let me see. There's another good one. I can see it in a lot of the backgrounds I'm seeing, but it's not very. It's not a proper example, and not a exemplary example. But I don't know. Yeah, you can see it here. But I think they kind of stopped doing it so much. Why can't I just click on an image and there it is on Google? I guess it's Safari, but see, it wasn't just in the sky. It was in like Billy's house and stuff. I always liked it. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I was doing that. But also, there was a book, the last comic that Doug TenNaples done so far. He was Earthworm Jim 2, and they end up in some kind of secret lair or something of Bob the Killer Goldfish. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you real quick. And everywhere in there it has kind of like overlapping bricks like that. So I always kind of like that designy thing. But I've been doing stuff like that on my stuff since probably 2003, and that was inspired by Billy and Mandy. See all these tiles? Like they're just strange overlapping tiles. Let's see if it's like everywhere in this place. It's got a lot of that. I love Doug TenNaples. Gonna skip some spoilery stuff. I feel like there's a good page somewhere. Oh, I'll just leave it there. But but yeah, you see it. I don't know. There's a ton of that in this book. Oh, I know what one of the things I'm thinking of. And I might have shown it on here already. Oh, okay. It's just more of the same. Just that floor. I just remember seeing him draw this stuff on his YouTube channel. It's not up anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I watched him draw all this stuff. And not only did he draw it, these Earthworm Jim books, he would dip his, after he would ink it all, he would dip his brush in water, and he did like a black and white gradient on all the pages, and then he would hand it off to his colorist, all like with all this value added to the this gray value in the page already. And so it's just like a further touch, like see how it looks all like watercolory on their shadows. And like I remember seeing him do all these blob things. But yeah, real cool. Anyway. Oh look. Back cover by Mike Mignola. Okay, so that's what's with the squares. I thought he had something that looked more like the Billy Mandy stuff a little bit. He probably does somewhere. That's what I was kind of looking for. But yeah. So what day is it? It's the 21st of the month already. And in about, 10, 11 days, my roommates are going to Israel. They're going there for a wedding. And I'm jealous. My one roommate, Lindsay, is Jewish. And I guess her friend must be too. I don't know her friend. Never met her. But yeah. So they're having a wedding in the motherland, the Holy Land. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Should I do a little shadow in here? They're going to be in Jerusalem. They're not even religious. I'm so jealous. I'm going to see if my roommate can bring me back something from Jerusalem. So, let's see. I think shadow on the ground of this thing. Put a shadow on the ground of this rock wall. I don't know what my roommate's talking about on the phone. It sounds like something's got him agitated. I don't know if it was something from. He's talking about our other roommate, Lindsay, his fiance. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay. Doodle-doo-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo-doo. Uh, all right. Here's this guy. Sketchy guy. Offering them toilet paper. Got a song in my head right now by the Violent Femmes called Holy Ghost stuck in my head. That album is really good. I think Holy Ghost is track 4. The album is called We Can Do Anything. It's one of their newest albums. Their next album, called Hotel Last Resort, I thought I was really going to like. And I was not as big on that one. But I saw them after We Can Do Anything came out. And my love for the Violent Femmes grew 10 sizes that day. And they're just so good. And that album is so good. I love every song on it. And I'm like, he's got a lot of, like, I just realized one day that Gordon Gano has a bunch of kind of like well, it was mostly me thinking about this song, Jesus Walking on the Water, which is a really good song. I was like, I wonder if he's Christian. And yeah, he's a devout Baptist. I never knew that. So you get stuff like that in some of the Violent Femmes songs, but it's also filled with like these narrators in their songs that are like full of sexual frustration and like just there's like some really dark stuff on their albums. But it's really fun music, man. I love the Violent Femmes. And yeah, you know, start with the classics if you like. But if you want to dive into some of the new stuff, I'd say go with We Can Do Anything. I like the song on it called Issues. There is a dark song on that one called Big Car that I really like. It's dark. It's kind of ugly dark. And then what else? What else do I like on that? Oh, Foothills is a song I really like. Memory, I think, is the first track on it. What's that bongo song? There's My name is Bongo. It's got a similar name to the title of the album, but different. It's something like I Can Do Anything, or You Can Be Anything, or something like that. They played that in concert when I saw them. That title track, it almost sounds like it was meant for a kids album or something, but the rest of the album does not. The cover looks like it's a kids album, and the title sounds like it's a kids album. You know, we can do anything. So I didn't know what I was getting into at first. I was like, is this like them doing a kids album or something? But no, it's definitely not. Stupid. Thank you. Oh, mercy. Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah. I know what I was doing. So his arm's out here. I recently drew that line because it didn't make sense how I had it on the page. His arm just didn't work. It was bending weird. I thought I didn't copy the line down right. What else do I like by the Violent Femmes? I like the song. You know, they've got their classics like Add It Up, which is really good. Please, please, please do not go. What else? Give me the car. why can't I think? Anyway, I really like a song that I think was only on an EP of theirs called... Was it called Happy New Year? Yeah. It's from an EP called Happy New Year. There's a song on it called Love, 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 Love. And there's a really cool, odd music video for it on YouTube of like stop motion paper cutouts or something. I forget. But that was my introduction to the song like a few years ago. That's one of my favorite Violent Femmes songs. I also like a lot of stuff on the album called Hallowed Ground, including that title track. There's a creepy song on it called Country Death Song. There's a song on it called Never Tell. Never Tell is a really long song, but it's like 5, maybe 7 minutes or something. I don't know. I feel like I remember it being really long, but I love it. You ain't never gonna tell. Don't you know nothing? You never tell on someone. Don't you know nothing? You never tell on someone. Oh, Blister in the Sun, I didn't mention that one. Blister in the Sun is their big hit that everybody knows. Yeah, add it up. Please do not go. Tell your mom I'm stuck on this lovely girl. What else? I was singing Out the Window a little bit the other day. There's a song called Ugly. Like I said, Jesus Walking on the Water. That is such a good song. And it's like, it's got the gospel in it. He's got a couple songs, though, about Jesus. And it's in their repertoire. Which is pretty cool if you can do it and still be a pretty cool, an awesome band, you know what I mean? People who lean into that stuff way more than they should end up being kind of like come off as incredibly lame. So I like when an artist can do it and be awesome. Their shadows need to come out this way. If all these other shadows are, you know. I don't like throwing Bonehead's shadow in black on the ground very much because of his black feet. See, when I designed him, I did that. I gave him a lot of black on him to make him to make him very graphic. Like, and but it came with its own like problems doing that. Oh, I didn't. Leave room for his bill. I took his bill out. I should throw it away. I think I might do some of these. I think I can dual stream to Facebook as well. I think I might do that in the future. It's kind of amazing how few of my Facebook, like my friends, my personal friends and family, are aware that I'm doing this. I have this daily show. It's always like an extra step of overcoming shyness to start a new thing, you know what I mean? For me, anyway. Just got this built-in introvert I'm always trying to thwart. So this is still his jacket back here. Drop shadow from his leg, maybe from his butt. And then here is this road back here. It's like that Tuvan throat singing. If I do it long enough, I can almost get it where it's like, you hear it and it almost sounds like there's like a ringing, whistling going on. It's like the weirdest thing. But yeah, I like doing that I'll do that in the car sometimes when I'm driving around. It's like it kind of starts in a growl for me, and then you kind of run with it. I don't know. How long have I been going? Over an hour. It's almost 8. I do kind of want to wrap this up soon. Maybe I'll start the next page. I don't think I'm going to do much on it, though. So I was talking about 90s stuff earlier. That a buddy of mine was showing me. His sister got all like this grab bag of all kinds of old 90s candy and toys. There are these, I forget what the name of it is. Super something. It's, they're doing re-releases of certain Ninja Turtles figures. Where they're like twice as big almost, and they've got like, it's like the mold is like the same as the original one. They're just painted a bit better, and they're like 7 inches tall instead of like 4 inches tall. And then they come with all the accessories, but in some cases they come with like alternate hands that you can swap out, or alternate heads that you can swap out. I haven't gotten any of those yet, but I really want to get one day. That would make me happy. Like there's a Muckman and Joe Eyeball one. I have Muckman displayed in my house downstairs. I also have but he doesn't have he might have his trash can garbage, or his trash can backpack, but Joe Eyeball is not there. And I don't think he has the top of his head either, because the top of his head would come off. He had a banana peel thing on the top of his head. I think that's long gone. But I also have Rocksteady. My Rocksteady from like 1989 or something. Well, maybe not that early, but I probably have it from. I probably got it in 1992. Maybe earlier. Actually, I probably got it in 1990. Maybe 89. I don't know. I got it real early. Probably not 89. Probably 1990. I know Mondo Gecko is there. I think all the 4 main turtles are in the first wave, and then they did Shredder. They've done Splinter. I don't know if they've done an April O'Neil yet, though they probably have. Mondo Gecko, Ray Fillet. They've done Rocksteady and Bebop. They've done Krang. And for Krang, there's an alternate mold of Krang. So you get 2 Krangs because he's so small, you know. But it comes with his little chair that he came with, and you know, whatever else he came with. What else are there? I can't remember. But there's some cool ones. I was a big Ninja Turtles kid. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's Baxter Stockman, who I always wanted but never got as a kid. You know who I loved? I loved Pizza Face, which as a kid, my dad got me Pizza Face from Toys R Us because we made a bet that the way I was singing the theme from, I think it's a theme from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 or 3 or something. Like I think I came downstairs and I was singing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power or something like that. My dad's like, "What? Where'd you get that? Did you make that up?" And I was like, No, it's in the movie. He's like, "They don't sing it like that in the movie." And I was like, "Yeah, they do." He's like, "Okay, if they sing it like that, if that's how it goes, then I'll get you whatever figure you want. But if you're wrong, like you gotta eat sand for a whole week." I don't know what he said. I don't know what. I don't think there was an other end of the deal, but turned out I was right, and he went out and bought me Pizza Face that day. There was a camel named Sandstorm that I liked, and there's this weird wormy guy named Worm with a Y. I liked him. There was this bug named Scumbug, which I've done fan art of. I posted it on Instagram some time ago. What else? What were some that I really liked? I liked, it was like Napoleon Bonafrog and Genghis Frog. I liked those ones. Oh, Wingnut and Screw Loose. I liked a lot of the ones that came with little sidekicks. We had Wingnut and Screw Loose. They were the guy was a bat, and his little sidekick was a mosquito. Screw Loose. There was Sergeant Bananas, who was an army themed gorilla, and let's see, he had a little buddy, I think that's one of the ones that the Super 7 or whatever it's called redid. Ninja Turtles Super 7, yeah. Oh, it's TMNT Ultimates from Super 7. They've got a Samurai Leonardo as well. Let me look up Super Ultimates. Oh, there's a Slash like the bad guy turtle. Ooh, they have Mutagen Man. That's one I always liked. These things are like $55, but they're like deluxe. They've got like deluxe paint jobs. They're like twice the size of the originals. Look at this guy. He was like a clear glass body with like organs inside. All these tubes and pipes hooked up to him. We had him. We would fill him up with water, and there were like little things that you would stick inside the top, and they would just float around in the water. Oh, there's a Casey Jones. Oh man, they've got a few. There's like a Surfing Mikey or whatever. We had that guy. Ooh, they've got a one. Oh yeah, Leatherhead. Leatherhead was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Oh brother. When I was a kid, Leatherhead was always one of my favorites. And look, that's such a cool paint job. Like everything's painted right. Like some stuff, it would just bleed over. Like his gums wouldn't be painted. It would just be all white, you know? Like that's how his eyes were supposed to be, I think. But they weren't quite painted that way. And look, even the accessories are colored better. I wish that was not red, though. That's how it was on the toy. I think that's how it was on the toy. Actually, everything was red. Like, he had a shotgun. So you can get it the way it originally was, too. I think they include them the way they came, but then they have them, like, deluxe paint job. And, what I was saying when I pulled him up, though, was my brother got mad at... Oh, dang it. My brother got mad at me and one time when we were kids, and he knew that that Leatherhead was my favorite, so he took the gun. He took his rifle and he flushed it down the toilet. And my dad always brings that up. He's like, "You were so devastated." Hey, fetus arm. I know, isn't that awesome? So I gotta get my hands on some of those TMNT Ultimates. I don't know if I would ever open them or anything, just to have and admire. I'm not a big collector of things like that, but why? Thank you so much. You meant my comic. Did you see the page I just finished? I don't think I'm gonna do much more on this next page, for today, but I just wanted to at least start it because that's the page I should be working on today. Because I started this one yesterday. I didn't do his little antenna on this panel. So, what got me thinking about that? Oh, yeah. I think I just saw those advertised somewhere. Oh, this guy that does a podcast that I listen to, I guess he just bought a couple of those. And I was like, oh, yeah, I want to buy a couple of those. I think I would have to get Leatherhead and Muckman. Maybe Rocksteady. I don't know. I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anytime soon, but I might get one of those sometimes soonish. But decisions. Gives me Invader Zim vibes. Yeah, he's kind of got like a Zimmy head, and I think early on when I was trying to make the book, I was looking at some of those Zim comics to see if I could like steal angles of his head, and I probably could, but I couldn't figure out how to translate it well somehow. I don't know. Because he's similar, but not similar enough for me to wrap my simple brain around. My even simpler brain. Oh, I said similar, not simple. I'm confusing myself now. But yeah, I was always a big fan of Invader Zim, and I think when I designed Bonehead, I know I was drawing different kinds of skulls. I was trying to make something iconic. And the first thing was he had these big buck teeth, these big like diamondy buck teeth. And I think I just paralleled I think I was trying to just make his head a perfect diamond for a minute. Because I think there's a couple drawings where his head's this perfect diamond. And then it kind of got elongated a little bit. So he is kind of Zimmy looking. And then there's this alien who's got Zimmy eyes. And I did start looking a lot at the Invader Zim eyes in the comics that they did to kind of figure out how I wanted to do his eyes. There's all these like overlapping gleams and stuff. Like if you ever look at the artwork on those, it's probably the same way in the cartoon, or at least the movie, the Florpus thing, and the comics. It's like a lot of overlapping colors, and I thought that was really cool. So I tried to represent a little bit of that in black and white. I might do more at the color level whenever I end up coloring it. But we'll see how that even works. I mentioned this before, but there's this weird thing about the protagonists of this comic that wasn't planned, but it's. Let me see. Let me get these images. So, like, it wasn't planned, but something I noticed after the fact is all the protagonists in Bonehead, they have like eyes that don't have pupils. So there's Bonehead, who has these like sockets, and then there's Billy here, who has these big globe alien eyes. I gotta remember to do this. And then there's let's see, there's Bonehead's girlfriend, Petunia, who has these big black eyes. She's a ghost. And then there's Bonehead's buddy, Mort, who has these like just yellow devil eyes. I don't know. And then there's the two antagonists who do have pupils. There's Mr. Shivers with his mask on. And then there's Denton Crux, who is also a skeleton, but he has eyes inside of his eye sockets. I don't know. But it was just interesting when I realized that. Oh, and then I even added a character to the beginning of this book. He's only at the very beginning of this book, but he's another buddy of Bonehead's, and I had drawn him in it already. And I think it was after I was drawing him. Just one day I realized, because there's this fly guy named Doyle at the beginning of this book, who has like these segmented fly eyes. He looks something I just drew. So I just drew this. That's kind of that's pretty much the character Doyle right there. Saying shop. But those are the eyes that he has. And that's when I realized it. I was like, I don't know how that happened, but it's kind of like a weird subconscious theme that I seemed to go with. Kind of like in Futurama, all the robots have square pupils. It's what it reminds me of. There are other characters, though, that, there's like a slug lady that Petunia works with. She has pupils. But she's not like one of the main antagonists or anything, or protagonists. And there is also, come to think of it, there is a character who's like kind of a pretty regular antagonist in this book that doesn't have pupils because he wears glasses, and it's just like a gleam. There's just a gleam across where his pupils would be. I think I'll do this panel and then I'll call it a stream. What time is it? It's almost 8:30. Yeah, I gotta wrap it up. Maybe I can cook some dinner, and then I gotta get out of here. So yeah, I'm on here drawing just about every single day. I try to get a page in, or at least most of a page in, if I can't. Because I squeezed this comic stuff in the margins of my life. This is my first, like, real attempt at doing comics. So this is page 130 or so out of a 230 page book. It's probably going to be a little longer than that, maybe 250. I'm projecting. I've penciled all the pages so far, but there's going to be some that I have to add, and I've already added a bunch of pages that I like throughout the middle of this book. A lot of them I've inked already here on YouTube and on Twitch. But so this says page 130, but it's probably closer to 150 or something. You know, it's funny. I like YouTube better than Twitch, but Twitch is where everybody finds me. I'm seeing Fetus Arm is from Twitch. Because I stream to both simultaneously. Fetus Arm, your name is the best. Oh, I'm drawing like way off screen. I wonder how long I've been doing that. I hope I haven't been doing that forever. I'm terrible about that. Okie dokie. So that's gonna do it for this stream. I'll finish this page tomorrow. Here's the page we finished today. Again, entering into this kingdom on Billy's home planet. We've got this torn down shack, rubble of a shack with a space toilet inside. They're having some kind of argument. And then this space guy is offering them toilet paper. And then here's Billy just looking kind of nonplussed. So that's the stuff. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about my my fez. Dangle, dangle, dangle. Serious business. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with some new art. I'm gonna make me some food because I am not gonna get a chance to eat something substantial for a while. Bye. Good to see you, Fetus Arm. Hope you Hope you like it. Check out some of the other broadcasts I have up on Twitch. Maybe this is entertaining. I don't know. All right. Bye, everybody. Love you. Be good to your mother. Don't do anything I say. Only do the opposite. I'm the father of lies.